Parsiq, ticker PRQ, they did a 20x in the last crypto bull run. And for the upcoming bull run, the one that'll take place in the next year or two, PRQ is expected to explode. And that's because the project kept building during the bear market, as every good project should. And they delivered on exactly what they promised. I'm going to walk you through all the reasons why PRQ is on my radar and why I expect it to make big gains. Welcome to the channel. My name is Maddie and this is Altcoin Buzz. I always wish you the best of luck if you choose to invest, but just remember, I'm not an official financial or investment advisor. So this video is not official financial or investment advice. Many of you, and honestly us too, are willing to try sometimes difficult to use products with a crappy user interface if it's for the right reason. We try products like Nostr or maybe Mastodon because we're dying for Web3 solutions to social media where big tech doesn't own all our data. And for most of you watching, we know that Web3 cannot come fast enough, and that's especially true for decentralized social media. Okay, but a lot of things have to happen first, and lots of replacement parts are necessary. That's just the reality. Or we're going to end up with the next generation of FAANG, F-A-A-N-G companies, and really throwing everything onto Amazon Web Services. That's not ideal. And so it takes a lot of re-engineering of how platforms currently work. Web3 infrastructure firms do play an important role in leading us forward. And one of the leaders that you must be aware of in this space is Parsiq. Easy for me to say perhaps, but why? Because there's a need for robust infrastructure in terms of Web3 development. Look, if we're going to have a truly decentralized web where we can have censorship-resistant websites to say what we want, or decentralized Facebook, decentralized Twitter, or true ownership of our data, if that's what we want, then we need Web3 to become a reality. And Parsiq is a leader in Web3 infrastructure specifically, so the nuts and the bolts, the plumbing of these systems, the picks and the shovels. However you want to think about it, insert the metaphor of your preference, but it's about having all the right tools that support Web3. And in the decentralized web, applications do often rely on multiple protocols, many blockchains, and lots of different programming languages. That makes understanding and manipulating the data difficult, even for things like transaction confirmation. And that's where reliable infrastructure projects like Parsiq come in. Parsiq works through APIs, and you can think of it as the API data provider. So just for context here, API, in case you're unfamiliar, stands for Application Programming Interface. It's where one app can dial into another and access the data it needs. So for example, maybe all the big trading firms, they're going to use APIs to access Binance and Coinbase data for trading purposes. But all blockchain projects do this, just not in a trading capacity. And Parsiq builds powerful APIs for decentralized app developers. Its main offering is the Tsunami API, and Tsunami allows developers to query blockchain data and manipulate it according to their specific needs. This combination of flexibility and power is what makes Parsiq unique when compared to other querying projects. The Tsunami API is powerful, and it does a lot of great things for project developers, but it's not the only solution that Parsiq offers. So when a project needs something to be even more customizable, for example, maybe when law enforcement agencies make a request, or think of helping users manage their tax burdens, then there's a more tailored solution for those specific instances. And that solution is data lakes. It is a highly customizable API that lets developers and users create and manage their own information requirements. And it can be anything like taxes, as I already said, or maybe some custom data reporting feature. But Parsiq's data lakes offer a seamless experience for data extraction and manipulation. If, for example, we are working on a project together, and maybe I speak Spanish and you speak Polish, and neither one of us speak English, then how do we communicate? How do we get the project done? This is an analogy that's applicable to blockchain projects. They have this issue all the time because there are different programming languages across different projects. And look, we shouldn't need a huge wall of interpreters to help us like we're in the UN or something, translators and whatnot. There should be a more simple solution. Parsiq plays translator. They both translate and ensure the data gets where it needs to go. And so this ensures that developers can focus on building their applications. They don't have to worry about issues like interconnectivity. But let's discuss now specifically why Parsiq represents an exciting opportunity for developers and investors alike. So, with a current market value of only $17 million, Parsiq has huge growth potential. This is such a strong case and such a strong argument that we also mentioned it in our last video about Parsiq. As the more decentralized apps adopt Parsiq's infrastructure, the demand for its services is going to increase. Furthermore, Parsiq's recent tokenomics changes, such as using the PRQ token for payments, that only adds further value to the project as a whole as well as its token. In conclusion, and to summarize, Parsiq plays a vital role in the development of decentralized applications by providing reliable APIs and Web3 infrastructure. APIs, don't forget, this is the main takeaway, if nothing else, remember that APIs are vital for programs to talk to each other, and that's the big challenge today. And Parsiq's Tsunami API and Data Lakes solutions streamline data management and connectivity, thus enabling developers to create cutting-edge Web3 applications. If you are a developer, be absolutely sure to explore Parsiq's offerings and see how they can enhance your projects. Check out the links for more information in the description below.